Hello everyone, in this video we will see what is integration runtime in Azure Data Factory and what is its use. And let's get started with that. So basically if I go to manage part and then integration runtimes, you will see something like this. Now you could see one name called auto resolve integration runtime. So let us firstly understand what basically a integration runtime is. Let's assume you have a computer, right? In our computer we have some processor which process our data. Like if you want to open anything, even a Chrome browser, some data is being processed by the processor and then you get these outputs, right? So in same way, whenever you are like having some data, you want to perform some modification to the data, you want to copy the data, you want to dump it anywhere, obviously you need processing power. Now in Azure Data Factory, who will provide that processing power? So definitely it is the integration runtime. Now integration runtime can be of many types, but to get started, Azure Data Factory by default have one integration runtime which is auto resolve integration runtime. So if you are using Azure Data Factory for some production work or for very confidential work, what if we use is we use some private integration runtimes, basically which can be accessed via VPN only. So nobody on the public network can access those integration runtime. So there are a lot of types of integration runtime. We'll get to know about them in a moment. So let us see how we can create a new integration runtime. It's very simple. By default we have this integration runtime, we can use it. But if we want to create our own integration runtime, we just need to click on new. We have two options: Azure self-hosted and Azure SSIS. So the Azure SSIS is related to the execution of SSIS packages, which we will understand in the upcoming videos. So at the top you can see two types of integration runtimes. One is Azure, one is self-hosted. Now let's understand like what is Azure integration runtime and what is self-hosted integration runtime. If we talk about Azure integration runtime, this is a service provided by the Azure cloud itself, by Microsoft. Now in this integration runtime, the processing power you get will be provided by the Azure cloud only. You need not to have any separate computer or any processor which you need to use here, right? If you talk about self-hosted integration runtime, it is something that you want, right? Let's say I want to use the processing power of this PC or this laptop. What I can use is I can use self-hosted integration runtime. By using the self-hosted integration runtime, it will take the processing power of my computer. So if you want, you can use Azure. If you want, if you can use self-hosted, depending upon basically what criteria you have, what problem statement you have, you can use it, right? So if I talk about Azure integration runtime, basically if you are dealing with connect data related to SQL or something, you can definitely go for Azure integration runtime. But if we want to try to basically connect to like other database like Oracle, we definitely go for self-hosted integration runtime. Now the question is why? Because we need to have some Oracle drivers installed, so that's why we use self-hosted integration runtime. So it basically tries to like create a connection and get the data from the database of Oracle to the data factory. So based on the condition and criteria, you can definitely use both of them. We will start with Azure as of now. In the upcoming video we will see like what is self-hosted integration runtime. So you can just click on Azure and you can click on continue. You can just write the integration runtime name and you can provide the region, right? So which region you want the integration runtime. Definitely it is also, if you are working in a project, it is also client specific. Let's say you want to choose Central India. So based on the policies, based on the laws, you can choose any region. Now we are saying that in Central India your processor will be hosted, right? So your processor will be present somewhere in Central India, and you can simply create on it, and a new integration runtime will get created, and it is in running state. Now you can see subtype is public. That means this integration runtime is public. It's not private. Even we can create private integration runtimes, which will only be used whenever you are connected to VPN, right? Otherwise, they will not work. So such kind of integration runtimes are used by corporates because it adds a additional security relate layer of the VPN. So that's all about integration runtime. I hope you found this video useful. So in the upcoming videos, again I'm telling, I have a list of topics which I will be covering. We will be creating a lot of projects. One is the ETL project, which we will be making like very quickly, and then further after doing a lot of videos, we will have another project called YouTube Analytics. And this list is like you can say, whatever I'm covering, I will try to put some more topics and will deliver this entire playlist. Thank you.